goals as well. This is what happened. The opening game of the day, the early kickoff. Brentford went 2 goals up against Spurs. Spurs managed to pull it back. Got a point out of that one. A big win for Fulham. 3-0 against Crystal Palace. Everton, things going from bad to worse. They lost 2-1 at home to Wolves. A big win for Newcastle United as well, that put them to second in the Premier League table. That was at the King Power again against Leicester. And then 3-1 for Brighton against Southampton. 3-1 as well for Liverpool against Aston Villa. And a big win for Arsenal to solidify their place at the top of the table. Just a reminder as well, Manchester United against Nottingham Forest. That kicks off later tonight on Prime Video at 8 p.m. And then the final match on Prime for you tomorrow is Leeds against Manchester City. Manchester City looking to get back second place over Newcastle United. And there is how it looks at the moment. Fulham overtook Chelsea yesterday. Chelsea have managed to get that place back. They are in 8th. Spurs, you can see there, they're on 30 points in that top 4. That is what Chelsea are chasing at the moment. Looking a little bit tight at the top. Well, Arsenal got some distance, 40 points, and then it's Newcastle United, followed by Manchester City. Manchester United just outside that spot. They're 5th at the moment on 26 points. And if you have a little look at the bottom half of the table, here you go, you can see Bournemouth there sitting 14th. More importantly, 3 points above the drop. Wolves currently occupying that space in 18th. Then Nottingham Forest and then Southampton, rock bottom of the Premier League. We have got all the goals, we've got all the analysis, and we've got comment from...
Kai, congratulations. A really nicely worked goal as well coming in from Sterling. Did it feel comfortable for you when you saw that ball coming into you?
Yeah, I mean, I know what kind of vision Raheem has, and I think he loves to place these balls, and yeah, it was a perfect time ball, and I'm happy to score at the end.
Very important as well to score straight after this break, particularly with the 3 games before the Premier League break where Chelsea hadn't scored.
Yeah, definitely. I think, you know, the win and the goals, hopefully it's going to give us some confidence, and we know it's an important win, but you know, we have to keep on winning now. This period is crucial for us, and we need the points, and yeah, we gonna give our best in the next coming games.
Your 4th goal under Graham Potter, the most goals that anyone has scored under Potter so far. What difference has he made to your game?
Yeah, I think you know, he gives me the freedom to do wherever I feel comfortable on the pitch, and you know, I like that, and I like that, you know, to play free, and to get the ball very often, to be yeah, in the box, and just to play, and I think he gives me a lot of confidence.
Thank you very much.
Polite interview, isn't he? You know him well as well, don't you? He's a good guy.
Yeah, he's a very good guy. I mean, we want him to be more mean. We want him to do what he done today. You know, break your neck to get in them positions and score goals like he did for the first one. I thought he led the line. I thought he was excellent tonight. Goal and assist. I think that was a real bold decision from Graham Potter. You've got Aubameyang on the bench, you know, a proven goal scorer. He's gone with Kai Havertz, and I think that's the way forward for Chelsea.
Is there a way back for Aubameyang? Because, I mean, people take time to settle, but he is a Premier League player. He did it at Arsenal, but he dried up a little bit, which is why Arsenal sold him in the end. And then what about for Chelsea? It's not really going for him at the moment, is it?
Yeah, I think when you're perceived to be a top 4 Premier League club, you need depth, and I really do think they bought him really as cover more than anything else. Like I said, he's gone from being good to dropping just over the top of the hill now. He'll come on, he'll score goals. I'm sure he'll add something during the season, but he's not the main man anymore.
Well, Kai Havertz was the one that scored a goal tonight. Let's have a little look at it. This was for 1-0. Did you think it was a good goal? Tell me about it.
No, it's a good goal from Chelsea. It's great. Jorginho gets on the ball, turns. It's one of them you work on in training. Into Mason Mount. He slips in Raheem Sterling, and it's a simple goal. You got, if you look at it from the Bournemouth perspective, you try and cut the bones out of it. No one near Jorginho there. Mason Mount just goes into that pocket there. No one gets near him. Again, Zamora doesn't cover Raheem. He makes the run. It's a simple straight away, and then Smith and Havertz, he just loses him and he just slides it in. It's a great goal from an attacking perspective. Defensively, it really was poor.
More about the assist as well from Sterling.
Yeah, very good. As Joe was just saying now, Bournemouth can't take anything out of the first half. Second half, they were better. They'll take stock from that. It's a tough place to come. Any team in the top 6 in this league to go away and get results when you're a club like Bournemouth is a bonus. They've done absolutely, fantastic so far to be where they are.
Yes.
They'll take something out of it. most probably the second half performance rather than the first half.
Well, let's ask the boss then. Graham Potter, thank you very much for joining us once again. That's more like it, isn't it? How did that feel watching it? What were the good things from that?
I thought we played some good attacking football at times, created some decent chances against a team that are doing well. They picked up points, so they came back as well in the second half. But overall, I thought we deserved the win.
Tell me about Kai Havertz. We've just been speaking about him there. He's becoming that number 9 for you, is he? Is he the one really that moving forward you would want to see in that role more?
Well, he gives us a different bit of variation from that role. He can drop in, but he can also threaten the back line. And then it keeps Raheem and Christian high as well. So gives us a bit of variability in terms of how we attack. So and it's nice that he pops up and scores. He's in a good place at the moment.
How pleased were you with Raheem Sterling's performance there as well?
Yeah, both him and CP, I thought just kept. Sometimes you have to just keep the back line there, which opens up some space for us. When we attack, we did it quite well. We could have had a goal. We had I think a decent opportunity in the first half. So yeah, it's good. I think it was a step forward for us.
Can I ask for an update on Reece James? We saw him go down, and I guess a lot of Chelsea fans watching would have feared for the worst. He did walk off. Do you know much? Can you tell us much?
Not too much, no. We're going to have to see in the next 24, 48 hours. But yeah, disappointing to lose him as quickly as we did.
Yeah.
Excellent performance, Graham. Were you a bit concerned? You know, like it's new territory for a manager, getting all the players back at different times, but they seem to be just like straight in on it, playing the ball through the line, some great attacking play. You must have been really delighted. But did it surprise you how well we looked?
No, the players have got ability, that's for sure, and we've been working hard as well as we can in terms of like I said before the game, people coming back at different stages. But overall, the concepts have been consistent, and we felt like we had a step forward tonight, and we've felt like we've had a good couple of weeks training. So, but obviously, like I said before, till you get out here, you never know.
Yeah, I mean, Gary had the players for 6 weeks, didn't he? And then his team, they looked a bit disjointed in the first. You just capitalised it, particularly down Reece James's side. And you do that when Pulisic gets on the ball, he gives you some width on one side, and Reece seems to give you the width on the other. Is that just a switch of system?
Yeah, we tried to use Raheem and CP, and sometimes because of Reece how he plays, and naturally you get the width naturally. But yeah, we felt like that would give us a possibility to try and control the game, try and pass the ball, to try and create some opportunities. I thought, especially first half, we did that well. Started off second half quite well, and then missed a couple of chances. Remember the Reece situation affected us a little bit, and then credit to Bournemouth, they kept going, and it wasn't as comfortable as you'd like, but I think in the end we deserve to win.
Graham, how do you feel now about the fixture list that you've got coming up, and the way the games in the Premier League and all the other competitions seem to come quite thick and fast?
It's fun, it's challenging, that's what it is. There's no point me complaining about it, that's for sure. We're happy to be involved, we're happy to compete, and we'll just see what it is.
Graham, really and truthfully, the 3 points are the most important thing tonight. Having had such a long break, to come back in, win the game, settle everything down, get the players back on board, hopefully giving them a little bit more time for the next game, and off you go again.
Yeah, of course, I can say that after the game. Yeah. It's nice to win. We wanted both, to be honest. We wanted a performance in front of our supporters. We wanted to play better than we have done. And like I said, I can stand here and make excuses, but the reality of it is we weren't happy with our performances, and as a result, the results weren't good enough either. So we had to do both, I think, tonight, and I think we did that.
Yeah.
Graham, can I ask the difference? We spoke before about the change from Brighton to Chelsea. How different does the pressure feel here when you go through that run of 3 games without a win, or 3 Premier League losses? Does it feel a lot different, the scrutiny that you get?
Well, no, because I don't really listen to it. So I don't, with the greatest respect, I don't listen to you guys, or don't
heartbreaking
hear the media. So but of course you're aware of it, because I get the media afterwards.
You get the questions though, don't you?
Yeah, of course, exactly. And you can make a case for a bit of perspective, and you can make a case for a different alternative, but there's enough noise out there, and the more contentious it is, the more viewing we get, and the more you guys get the clicks, and that's just how the world works. So you have to accept that. We're part of the game.
Is it more eyes? Is it more pressure from above? Perhaps not the media then, and media aside, but is this a different organisation here at Chelsea to perhaps the feeling that you had at Brighton?
Well, only in that it's so new. I think the support I've had from the owners has been fantastic. I don't feel any pressure from them, other than we all want to win. The pressure is from the fact that it's Chelsea Football Club, but at the same time we've been through a huge transition. This club has had to deal with quite a lot, and it's been quite challenging in terms of how the fixtures have run for us and the World Cup and all that sort of stuff. And again, it sounds like I'm making excuses and blah, blah, blah. But it is what it is, and we have to get on with it, and we have to get the results, and tonight has helped us. Like Tony said, we needed the 3 points.
And your 3 points you got. Listen, we'll let you go, Graham. Thank you so much. Lovely to speak to you. Take care.
Cheers,
Graham Potter there,
Cheers,
Chelsea
Graham.
manager, live with us. Thank you, Graham. Thank you so much on Prime Video. There we go. Put that there. I mean, you guys can give me a better perspective of this. Former Chelsea player, former manager as well in that sense. Is there a different pressure? Because I know us in the media do focus on it, and it's great that he's not listening. Yeah. But surely at Chelsea, there's going to be a lot more glare.
There is a lot more glare, and I think. But what he alluded to, he said about the transition the club's been in. You know, that was under the previous regime. 3 games in the Premier League would have been alarm bells would have been going. But they've not got Graham Potter in to get rid of him in 2 months. They got rid of him because of what he'd done at Brighton. Which what he done was he built a team that was capable of competing at the top end, punched above their weight really. So they probably looked at that and probably thought, right, what can he do with these resources? They're actively, we've seen the owners actively going out looking at players.
Well, I think they've got a fantastic squad and a fantastic group of players here, and most probably enough to get in the top 4. But it looks as though there's a change in respect of the director of football they've brought in.
Yes.
In respect of youth development. Chelsea have spent an absolute fortune over the last 10, 15 years on the academy. You know, they've had consistently one of the best academies in Europe. And the players that have come in and not broken into the team because the team is so strong and powerful and have gone off and done fantastically well somewhere else. I think they've most probably looked at it and thought, well, how about us giving them the opportunity and the chance? What the American owners have got to understand is that this is Chelsea Football Club, who've been used to winning year after year after year. And if they don't win, they're going to have to sell it to the supporters that the way they're going is through the youth development. And if you're going to go that way, you have to be a bit more patient than what they are normally used to.
Speaking of, you're going to ruin my link here.
No, far away.
What I was going to say is one of their own got the second goal, and I thought this was a wonderful finish. Why don't you talk us through, Joe? I know you're dying to get in.
It was a great finish, and he's pleased to see.